Welcome to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show with Steve Bradley and Jeff DiVeronica. I'm Jeff DiVeronica. He's Steve Bradley. And we have a host of McQuaid Knights with us here. The baseball Knights are going to be the number 2 seeds, the Class AA sectionals, trying to get back into the winner's circle, which is pretty common for McQuaid. But I know these guys are pretty driven and having a great season so far, 13-5 as they head to the sectionals as we record this. Steve, why don't we go through some introductions here? First, let's tell you about Coach Tony Fuller. He joins us here. Hi, Coach.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having us.
And his name, don't call him Kelly. His name is Will Taylor. He's the senior left-hander up there. Give us a wave, Will. Also, we have CJ Phelps, properly named here over on that screen. Give us a wave, CJ. Tanner DeGrazia, second baseman, which is my position, buddy. Give us a wave. And then finally, Aiden Stewart, shortstop, leadoff hitter, one of the catalysts, and a master of iPhone orientation. Welcome back, or welcome, Knights. Kidding aside, good luck this postseason. A solid season so far. Steve, why don't you start out with our interrogation of the Knights?
Jeff, just a little rundown. They're coming into sectionals having won 6 out of 7. State champs in 2019. All 4 of the players that joined us were part of that ride for the Knights in 2019. So they've got that. And Tony, I think I want to go back to the beginning of the season. This team had the unique opportunity to play in the USA Baseball National High School Invitational down in Cary, North Carolina. You played Huntington Beach, California, D.H. Conley out of Greenville, North Carolina, and Orange Lutheran out of Orange, California. What did that experience do right at the beginning of the year to set the tone for this team and to prepare you for this season?
Yeah, no, it was an exciting opportunity. It was a great experience. We got down there. We were there for 10 days. We went up early, and since we hadn't been outside yet, and got some practice time outside before we opened up against Huntington Beach. But no, it was just a great experience. I mean, that's what we try to do year in, year out, is challenge our guys and, make our schedule as tough as possible. We're not really, we want to do well in the regular season, but the most important part is to be battle tested for the postseason. So, we went down and played the 2 California teams combined for, I think, 4 out of the last 5 championships at that tournament. And then obviously the Connolly team out of North Carolina was very strong. Their arm was going to East Carolina. So it was just a really positive experience. Obviously, we wish we played those games mid-season. We might have ended up on the other end of a couple of them, but, at the end of the day, it's going to pay, we hope is going to pay dividends, in the postseason, since we, you feel those postseason moments early in the game, early in the season, it really helps.
We're recording this on the day that you played your regular season finale, kind of. As it turns out, it was a 9-8 loss, a resumption of a game with Rush Henrietta, and a wild finish for 1 inning. You played the 9th inning today, and you, Tony, you scored 3 runs in the top of the 9th. They come back and they scored 4 to win it. So let's throw this one over to CJ, the catcher. CJ, what a game like today? You're coming off of it, exciting finish, but does it leave you even hungrier going into sectionals? Coming off a loss to a Section 5 team?
Yeah, definitely. We're ready to go. We're confident with ourselves, and we have our eyes set on winning a championship. And the regular season's done, and our new season starts Wednesday. So we're hungry, we're driven, and we're ready to go get the job done.
Tanner, real quick, Coach strikes me as a big speech kind of coach. Like, he's like the Ted Lasso of Section 5 baseball.
I don't know if I'd agree with you.
Oh, no, okay. So there wasn't any big, like, after the game today, like, all right, you guys got reset here, let's go. No big speech today.
No, it's always been the way where us players, we try and take the helm. We all know the goal. We know the mindset. Player-led, best way to do it. He obviously does his job, does it really well. Just try and get what we can done.
So you can't judge a book by its cover. Okay, I learned a lesson. Tony, I figured I've seen your sideline demeanor. I thought he's a fiery guy. He must be like, rah, 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 let's go. I was wrong. I stand corrected. Steve Bradley?
Tony, I think we got to jump right to the top with your pitching, and we'll get to you. But you've just had a fantastic season, a 4-1 record. You had 18 strikeouts against Webster Schrader earlier this week, a no-hitter at Frontier Field. Tony, I mean, Will's going to Wofford down south to play Division I baseball, which is a heck of an accomplishment. And Dan McElhinney too at the top of your rotation. Could you break down those two guys and just when you send that kind of quality to the mound, what kind of confidence it gives your team because you're going to be in every game?
Yeah, no, Will's obviously had a tremendous season, tremendous career though. I mean, in that 2019 team as a freshman, he was our third guy. He went 5-0 as a freshman. But his work ethic, he's improved so much year after year, and put himself in a position to have this kind of year. But and he'll be the first one to give credit. I mean, CJ Phelps is huge for our pitching staff. Probably the most underrated guy on our team from an outside perspective, not an inside perspective. The way he receives a baseball is incredible. But to go back to Will, yeah, he's tremendous. He's obviously we're super confident anytime we give him the ball, and then have Danny right there with him. We consider those guys are 1A, 1B. Anytime those guys have the ball, obviously we're very confident, that we're going to have a good chance to win.
Will, how about your season? You had Huntington beat you. Haven't given up a run since April 6th. And just these last two games have been lights out. What's been working for you on the hill, both physically and mentally?
I think mentally, just my confidence level. This year compared to the others, I'm super confident. I came in ready, especially with CJ behind the plate. Always calls a great game. And mainly just the fastball and curveball this year, working off each other. What we like to call it is tunneling, throwing that fastball and the curveball right after it. That's been the biggest this year for sure.
Well, you are our Bob Johnson Auto Athlete of the Week, Will Taylor. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Senior lefty, you had 18 strikeouts earlier this week against Schrader. This was a Tuesday game, 5-0 win. And then last week there was a no-hitter you threw against Fairport. Your 4-1 record on the season, 54 Ks, just 3 walks in 37 2/3 innings, 3 runs allowed all season, 2 earned. And like Steve said, you have not given up a run since April 6th. How many pitches do you throw? And I guess, is there, not that I think it's a secret, but the hitters probably know, what's your out pitch?
I'd probably say out pitch is curveball. But CJ and I, we try and think in the hitter's mind, and we work backwards on that. There's a lot of times where we'd go 0-2 fastball where they'd be expecting curveball. But we've been working with each other for 4 years, and he always knows what to call him. I've probably shaken him off twice in my 4 years with him. So
Aiden, you're the shortstop, and this is usually the question Jeff asks, but sometimes when you have pitchers that are so dominant, it's hard when a guy strikes 18 out of 21 for the defense to maybe maintain their focus. As a leader in the middle of that defense, what's it like playing with these pitchers that are so lights out all the time, and how do you and your teammates stay on your toes?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, they're just throwing strikes all the time, and I mean, I know that they're going to put balls in play. So, I mean, you gotta stay ready every pitch, every inning, and every out, and you got to make your plays too.
Because it's not just Will, Steve, right? Dan McElhinney, coach, how'd I do? Did I get it? He's going to Binghamton, 3-0 this season. He had 10 strikeouts in a 4-1 over Penfield on Friday. So obviously dominance on the mound. Tony, do you guys have a pitching coach we need to talk about, or is this a Tony Fuller production?
Oh no, Ray Soja, best pitching coach around. Ray's, you guys know Ray? Ray's been around forever. So Ray coached back Sutherland, Fairport. He has been with me in a lot of facets of the program since I started. So this is his 7th year in the program. This is his 2nd year as our pitching coach. Would have been 3rd, but the COVID year. But 2nd full year as our varsity assistant and pitching coach. I mean, he's just such a perfect complement to our guys, especially new age pitching stuff, with the weighted balls and a lot of different things that get thrown at these kids. He's that calm demeanor, really understands the game, just gives them a different set of eyes, a calming voice. I can't say enough about Ray. He is the best. I love him. Guys love him. He's a perfect compliment.
And CJ, how about for you as the catcher, working with the staff, Coach Fuller, Coach Soja, Coach said, from the outside, you may appear to be like maybe one of the underrated, but your teammates certainly appreciate everything that you do. Catching such an important piece of everything, right? What's it like to have that position and following it, after a guy like Ben Beauchamp, who, was a real special player for the Knights too?
Yeah, well, having Coach Soj around, he's great for me. Just every inning I bounce ideas off him. Who do you have coming up next in the lineup? How do we want to attack these guys? What do we want to throw to him? So having him around helps a lot with me and me being able to execute my job. And obviously being around Ben when I was a freshman really helped a lot. He showed me how to play the right way, and just getting into the program early, how to lead the team, and so that helped a lot as well.
Let's take a quick break. Steve Bradley, come back and we'll talk more McQuaid baseball with the Knights right here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. But I want to tell you about my friends from Bath Fitter. That's who it's brought to you by. My friends from Bath Fitter. They've been working in this area for more than 30 years. There's a reason Bath Fitter is one of the top grossing outfits in the country. It's because the people here in the Rochester folks rank in the top 3 every single year. Check out the number on the screen. Give them a call. Check out the website. They can remake your bathroom in one single day. Spring is coming. Do the spring cleaning, and you might find that your tub needs some work. So that single insert, they can do it in one day. Check them out. Bath Fitter. We'll take a break, come back, talk more McQuaid baseball right here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show.
I'm a biomedical sciences major. My goal is to one day open up my own pediatric office. I want to create an environment almost similar to the environment that Roberts creates for me. I want them to walk into the doctor's office and feel love. When I got here, I was just like, yeah, this is home. This is where I need to be. Be prepared for an adventure, be prepared for a journey, and enjoy the journey.
Have you recently bought a home, or have you been in your home for 5 years or more? Have you looked at your ductwork?
If not properly cleaned, air ducts can become contaminated with dust, pollen, or even mold. This can impact the air that you're breathing.
Check us out online and schedule your appointment today.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Baby, sweet baby.
There's a path to success full of challenges, rewards, inspiration, and strength. A strength that only the U.S. Army Reserve can give you. The skills and experiences you'll get will give you an advantage in your civilian life. Stay close to home, train to develop your strengths, and get on a path to success. Find out more at goarmy.com/reserve.
For more information, contact Syracuse Army Recruiting Center, 315-449-2830. There's strong. Then there's Army Strong, paid for by the U.S. Army.
Welcome back to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. Jeff, DiVeronica and Steve Bradley here, and with the McQuaid baseball team, the Knights, the number 2 seeds in the Section 5 Class AA tournament. And I'm trying to think, Steve, we had certainly some McQuaid football on this year. And do we have McQuaid? I think we had McQuaid basketball on this year.
Hockey.
We had hockey on. Volleyball we've had on in the past too. And we appreciate, obviously, McQuaid sponsoring our program too. So we just wanted full transparency. This was last year we talked to McQuaid and they said, yeah, let's do it. So thanks for sponsoring our program, McQuaid Jesuit. We appreciate it. Steve Bradley, take it away, sir.
Tony, we're talking to you before sectionals will open up for your team on Wednesday, going in as the number 2 seed. You mentioned the experience, getting that postseason experience with your first 3 games of the year down in North Carolina. What is your outlook going into this as a coach who's won sectional championships in 17 and 2019 and a state championship? You've gone all the way. What's the outlook going into this year's tournament?
I mean, we're just excited for the postseason. This has been a long time coming for this, this group of seniors. It's kind of been set up this way. Obviously, we got a roadblock with COVID where, I brought those guys up as freshmen and knowing they weren't going to play because they had to step into big roles as sophomores, and then their season got canceled, and then then they had to play a weird junior year where it wasn't normal. And I'm just happy they get the opportunity to have a normal season this year, and now a normal sectional tournament and a chance to go beyond that. But outlook is, I think we're playing our best baseball right now. I couldn't be more confident in our group, and I think everything's aligned to make a good run. And obviously it's baseball, anything can happen, but I'll take our group over anybody, and we're excited for the opportunity.
Hilton is the number 1 seed. We had them on a couple weeks ago, and we'll see if it comes down to number 1 against number 2. Would be a great game for sure. Aiden Stewart, let me ask you about being part of McQuaid baseball and being a freshman on that state championship team. What did you learn about the guys that were ahead of you and the upperclassmen when you were a young guy on this team? And how much did, I guess, it influence you about the McQuaid way?
Definitely their leadership. Yeah, I mean, they helped me with my hitting, fielding, everything. And then after a loss, they would pick us up, we would pick them up too. And I'm just trying to do that for the underclassmen that we have.
Any of you other guys want to chime in on that one? Just start talking. Like anything you guys learned from those upperclassmen that you carry with you today?
I would probably say the way they carry themselves. Like guys like Noah Campanelli, Hunter Walsh, Ryan O'Mara, they all just had this like not cockiness, but just this like confidence to the way they moved around the field. They always knew they're going to get the job done, and that's just how it was the whole season.
Very cool, Steve.
Well, how about you as a pitcher? I mean, Coach mentioned you were 5-0 as a freshman, but it's different when it's your last time around, and you want to have fun and you want to do well and you want everything to play out to the best possible outcome. What's your outlook going into the season and wanting the ball in your hand for those big moments?
I just think that it's what I've been preparing to do, and honestly, putting my trust into the other 8 guys on the field is the biggest thing for me. Because without that, it'd be completely different. But I think I also learned that my freshman year, that those seniors were able to put their trust in everyone, and I think that we reflect that this year. That's why we've been successful.
All right, I wanted to go a little around the horn quickly, Steve. Ready? Favorite team? Ready? We're going to go start with Will. Will, favorite baseball team, a Major League Baseball team?
I'm going to take the Padres.
Padres. Oh, wow, okay. CJ, favorite team?
Yankees.
Tanner?
Go Yankees.
And Aiden?
Yankees.
Coach Fuller, you're going to make it like a sweep for the Yankees?
The Yankees.
And Steve Bradley, you're a Yankee fan too, right?
Yeah.
I'm an Orioles fan, sad to say. Sad to say it, but when I was a kid, when I was your age, guys, the Orioles were in the mix every year. As an adult, it's been disastrous. Steve, what else you got for the Knights?
Tony, I just wanted to maybe go around the horn with the guys we have here and their roles and what they bring to the table.
Yeah, so I mean, Stu's our leadoff guy, shortstop. He's swinging the bat at a exceptional level this year. I think the stats guys might have is like 48. I think he finished the season, hit a double off the wall today for our 3-run Knights. I think he finished at like 512. On base percentage is 680 something. He's 16 for 17 stealing bags. I mean, just having that kind of thump at the beginning of your lineup is huge. And he's been very playing a high level shortstop as well. He leads by his play on the field, and he's been playing at a high level. CJ's our catcher and our 2-hole guy, just Mr. Reliable. Like I said, there's I've been around the game for a long time, a lot of different levels. I mean, nobody can, I have never seen a kid receive at the level he receives. We put a lot of trust in him. You know, you go around a high school baseball field, we might be the only team that lets our catcher call his game. We don't call one pitch in. Obviously Coach Soja talks with CJ and they're on the same page. But that's how much trust we have in him. He calls his own game. And, you know, obviously we go as CJ goes. He's a huge part of our pitching staff. And the way he's been swinging the bat this year has been huge as well. And then we'll go to Will Taylor. He obviously pitches some big games for us and, you know, and hits in our four hole as well. You know, obviously his number speaks for himself. 32 and 2/3 innings straight of no runs at all. End of the season, no hitter, 18 strikeout performance. Like I said, he's going to be tough to beat come postseason time. And then obviously he comes, swings a bat out of the four hole, runs bases well, and plays center field when he's not, you know, on the pitcher's mound. Then Tanner DeGrazia is our 5-hitter, second baseman, leads our team in RBI, second in run scores. Those guys are getting on base ahead of him, and he's been doing a tremendous job hitting them in, which is his job. He provides a lot of thump in that 5-hole RBI situation, and has been playing great second base. Him and Stu got to be the best middle infield, you know, combo in the area.
Second baseman that leads the team in RBI. That doesn't happen very often, Tanner.
Jeff
Kent
light.
Yeah, there you go. So Tanner, we got to find out. You're going to Pomona Pitzer College, which I can rest assured I've never heard of that until today, in Claremont, California. How did they find you, or how did you find them, young man?
Well, so Coach Fuller reached out to them. I think it was last summer, and I'm not the biggest fan of Rochester. I don't really like snow, not to hate on it, but I just wanted something warm, good academics, good baseball, and just found a really good fit out there. I'm really excited.
That's awesome. That's really cool. And that give you a lot of credit, young man. When I was your age, there's no way I wanted to go that far away from home. So you're a lot more mature than I was as a 17, 18-year-old guy. Steve.
CJ and Aiden, we've talked about what's next for Will and Tanner. What's next for CJ and Aiden, starting with CJ?
I'll be going to the University of Oklahoma in the fall.
Nice. While he's talking real quick, and then Aiden, what's next for you, buddy?
I'll be playing baseball at Siena College next year.
Not a bad group. CJ, let me follow up real quick. I want to ask you about learning to be a catcher. Coach, I mean, I'm blown away that you call all the pitches. And where did you learn the game from? That doesn't just happen in like a year or two. Where did you learn the game from, young man? And how did you develop this keen sense for what to call?
Yeah, well, I've been a catcher since I was a little kid, so it's been years of practice, and then I've been blessed to be surrounded by great coaches. My catching coach, Ryan Sullivan, we've been working together since I was a little kid, and also just watching baseball. I watch baseball every night, try and take notes from guys at higher levels, and try and apply as much as I can learn into my game.
Is there a catcher you like or steal a lot of tricks from the most?
Today I was always a big Jorge Posada fan back in the old Yankees. So I was kind of an old school pick, but he was probably my favorite.
Love it. I love that. When the Yankees are good, it's a little like the Buffalo Bills. Everyone around is a little happier. So
yeah.
Well, Knights, we wish you the best of luck in sectionals. I know you want to get out of here with a brick. And we appreciate you guys taking some time. It's a beautiful Saturday here, warm and sunny. It feels like the middle of summer. I hope you guys are playing for a few more weeks. So, McQuaid, thanks for being on our program. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks, guys. Steve Bradley. For Steve Bradley and our producer, Joe Brott, my name is Jeff DiVeronica. Get out and watch some Section 5 tournament action, whatever the sport it is. It's a lot of fun. It's not going to cost you a lot of money. And I know the kids and the coaches sure do appreciate it. So, for everybody here, my name is Jeff DiVeronica. Thanks for watching us right here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show on YouTube. Rock Sports Now.